Hey Cancer, welcome to the Cosmic Jackal Tarot. I am your host Mirage. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to your 2024 yearly reading. So yeah, I'm gonna light a little candle for you guys. I no longer have my candle torches, and now that I'm thinking about it, that is totally what I went to Dollar Tree for today and I forgot. So now I'm just kind of stuck with matches, and I don't really like to use matches because I tend to burn myself like I just did. But yeah, I had someone staying with me over the holidays, and it wasn't like that, like, you know, it was a friend, but they were tweaking out. They stole my candle torches, toilet paper, you know, it was a whole fiasco. I'm gonna do a story time about it on my vlog channel. I have a new series what's called the 420 smoke and story time sessions. So if you guys are interested in that, my vlog channel is actually on all my links down in the description box, and also my gaming channel. I am getting ready to start posting videos on there. I know I kept saying I would, but actually I do have some footage from me taking a break. If you guys notice, like, I haven't been posting in a long time, and I just took an unexpected hiatus. That being said, though, in my hiatus, I just took a lot of time to get my mental health together, and I've just been working on a lot of projects. I still currently am, but just wanted to let you guys know that's something to look forward to. So my gaming channel and my vlog channel are both in all my links down below. So I hope you guys had a good holiday season. Sorry I'm late. Like I said, you know, I just had to prioritize getting my own stuff together, and I didn't want to contaminate any readings. So here we are with that. But yeah, are you guys excited for the new year? I totally am. There's a lot that I am going to throw down on. And you know what? The Lunar New Year, you're the first zodiac I'm telling this to. I totally forgot to mention this at all. We're going into the year of the dragon. I don't remember which element it is, but I'm really excited. Because so far, so good. Like, I'm getting a lot of job interviews back to back. The goal is to have like 2 or 3 jobs. I know for some people it's like, but how are you going to make time for... Fam, it doesn't matter how I'm going to make time. Just know I'm dedicated. You know, I've gotten out of that rut of trying to be good enough, trying to just, you know, why can't I just get the views? And, you know, I've got to focus on the quality of the content. And that's basically what I've been doing. Just trying to figure out what is it that I want to do. So it's not like I have to overwork myself or end up hating doing YouTube or, you know, Twitch or whatever it is that I set my mind to. So, yeah. Oh my god, I'm still shuffling. Hello. There we go. That's 2. Alright. I just need 1 spirit. So I'm going to forewarn y'all, this reading is going to be pretty long. This is to make up for the time that I have been away from YouTube, but also some of these cards I'm going to pull, they're for each month of the year. You have the Coyote. Okay, Cancer. So some of you were born maybe on the 12th of July or the 1st or the 2nd or the 3rd. Some of you are scavengers at spirit. You know, you're trying to see what it is you can get out of life. You're very adventurous. You don't stay in too many places at one time. You tend to do things your way. You may run in a pack, or you may just kind of sit and focus on your own family or tribe, right? Whatever have you. But yeah, you're very aloof, and people are kind of bewildered by that. Just make sure that you're not trying to throw responsibility out the window. Caution is one thing, but, you know, obviously you want to have your shit together. So, you know, take care to do that. We're going to also do your Moonology manifestation, what's going on with Cancer emotionally. A coyote could also be your spirit guide. So if you happen to see coyotes wandering around, they're trying to tell you something. Just try to meditate. I would not say follow them. I would not recommend that. But try to understand, like, what's the message behind every time you see them. Like, what are they doing at that time? What time of the day are you seeing them? What's going on through your mind when you do see them? Those are the things to pay attention to. Okay, so you have the first quarter moon in Pisces. Honor your feelings. So some of you have already started doing this. But, you know, there's a fine line between, like I said, being selfish and being irresponsible. So while it is good to put yourself first and prioritize your needs when it's necessary, just make sure that you're also being emotionally sound in your decisions, because you don't want to do something emotionally reckless and then hurt everybody around you. That's more of a warning than me actually just telling you what to do, you know? So, okay, so we're going to do the Cosmic Insights, or better yet, the Cosmic Tarot deck. It has two different names. I don't know. The box says one thing and the back of the cards say another. So with this, we're going to do one card for each month of the year. And y'all's are just pouring out. Wow. Okay, there's another one. You might hear kids outside. I don't know what they're doing. I think they're like riding their bikes and stuff. But you may also hear my nephew in the living room through my wall. I think he's watching a documentary. But yeah, he's been pretty quiet lately. Things have been calmer around the home. Like, I mean, we still have our own share of chaos, don't get me wrong, but you know, I'm not super depressed or like super angry about anything anymore. Now I'm just kind of meh, like I've mellowed out. All right, let me get 6 more for Cancer, please. That one definitely wanted to say something. Okay. I just need 2 more, Spirit. Thank you. Just 2 more. Damn. How'd it go from like, here you go, here you go, here you go, to now it's just being shy? Shit. Okay. This deck thinks it's funny. Some of the cards kind of fell on my dog. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'll just take these 2 as the last 2. Alright, let me pick these up and then we dig in there. Let's see. Alrighty, so in January we have moving, change of residence, moving with your partner, or moving in with your partner, I think it's supposed to say. But if you guys aren't moving, like some of you could already be living with your partner, you guys are moving closer, and it could be emotionally, romantically, getting more involved with each other. Some of you could be indulging in shared hobbies, or you might be getting to know why your partner likes their hobbies so much and you're, you know, trying to get invested with them. Some of you could be moving together, like moving into something cheaper, or, you know, finally getting your first home together. Congratulations if that's the case. However, in February we have distance. So I don't know if, you know, maybe it's that you and your partner had to move out from each other. Like, not that y'all broke up, but maybe they have a job that's like somewhere else, or maybe they had to like go and help family and, you know, you're holding things down, or vice versa. But yeah, you and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. Or you may notice that in February, like, there's this dry spell where you guys just are kind of meh. It could even be that you have, you know, difficulties making time for each other because of conflicting work schedules or something else going on. That'll vary for a few people. In March, we have Gold Digger. They want your money being used. Now, I say this all the time when I see the Gold Digger card. They might not be after your money. They may just be after whatever you can offer. Even if it's just stealing your energy, or you're just very easy to convince to, you know, indulge in giving them the company they need for the night, like because no one else is answering the phone. Maybe it's certain connections and resources that you have. Maybe it's because of the type of family you come from. Everyone has their various reasons of why they want to be with someone, but you got to be careful out here, because some people are not with you because they want to be with you, just because of what's offered. So, you know, just read the signs. But I'm kind of worried because, again, with that distance thing, that could be what it is. Like, they realize, like, oh, you know, you're not getting that promotion, or, oh, well, you know, you're not spending as much on me, and you're getting complacent. Well, I'm gonna find someone that, you know, takes me out and stuff. And I say that because in April, you have honeymoon in reverse. Now, keep in mind that in April is Mercury retrograde. It starts, I believe, on April the 1st. And, you know, some of you may just have fallen out of the honeymoon phase. It's in reverse because, like, a wedding or something of serious matters when it comes to, like, getting engaged or something like that, it's being called off. So I know that's not the best news, but I would just kind of make your peace with it if this sounds like it's resonating for you. Like, if you have already gone on a down spiral in your relationship, yeah, like, embrace yourself, because it just seems like there's a lot of crashing there from here on out. I'm just warning you now. In May, you have intuition. The red flags you ignore now will come back to bite later. So if you know for a fact that something in your gut is telling you to not pursue something, or to, you know, look over something again, there's reasons behind it. Just take your time, but also don't rush to do anything. Don't rush to react to something. Just observe, and then, you know, have an okay, I'll see sort of reaction to it. Or just, I mean, you don't even have to really react at all, honestly. But, you know, before you are hasty to cut something off, or say that it's time to end things, or it could even be like maybe you're in a rush to buy something to try to have this instant gratification for something that, you know, how we have these impulse buying sprees and things like that. Just be careful. Or it could be, like I said, some of you, if you are going through something with your relationship, there's a part of you that's like, why didn't I listen to my gut? Or you might be feeling like something else is going on, but don't get paranoid. That's basically what I'm trying to say. In June, you have cycles in reverse. Fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. I think in June, you're going to decide you're done going through it with whatever this is. I feel like it's still something to do with a partner. So maybe you break things off for good, or you guys work out your differences, because in July, we have vacation. You will be traveling soon. Now, it might not even be that you're doing a vacation with your partner if you guys did decide to cut this off for good. It could be you're taking yourself out, because who's a better babe than you to yourself, honestly. And if it's not that, you know, maybe you and a friend or somebody close to you, y'all might decide to go out, or maybe you have a new boo thing you about to go travel with to take your mind off of, like, you know, your ex or whatever. Or your ex decides, hey, you know what? Okay, like, if this is what it takes, I'm gonna take you out on that vacation. Sorry, I keep clowning, like, maybe. Because then in August, you have manifest. Tell the universe exactly what you want. So if you want to work things out with your partner, you got to learn how to communicate. Or it could be they have to learn how to communicate. But I see people ask this question all the time, and I get weirded out by it. Like, well, how do I make peace with someone that, you know, causes me all this chaos and grief? Why would you want to keep working things out and have peace with someone that does not want peace? That sounds crazy, right? Like, doesn't that sound crazy to you? Because it definitely sounds crazy to me, honestly. So the way I see it, be true to what you want. Like, I mean, maybe this person looks good enough to be on your arm, or they provide, you know, a good, stable life. Like, you don't really have to worry about going hungry and stuff. But if if they don't check off all the boxes, and I'm not saying anybody's perfect, like, some people need to build their perfect person, honestly. But for you, Cancer, I feel like with some of y'all, you're just like, but how do I get into a part in this relationship or in life to, be happy. Well, what do you like to do outside of a relationship? What do you sometimes we need to sit and revise, like, what do we want in a partner and what do we need in a partner? Because sometimes, like, the travel dates and, being taken out to these fancy restaurants just to post it on Facebook and Instagram and, brag to our friends, or like trying to move into like these luxury homes and trying to throw these parties to invite people that some years from now might not even be in your life anymore. What is it that you want? Not what you think you want, not what younger you would have like fallen in love with. What do you want? What would suffice? What do you see long term? Would you prefer this person always looks good, or can they, help you out when you have an emergency? Priorities, man. In September, we have they'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. So yeah, they might double back. If y'all did break it off for good, they might come back and be like, hey, like I said, with that vacation and stuff. Some of you may just be dealing with someone who ghosts you, and it might not even be intentional. They just don't prioritize like how they talk to people. Like maybe they open your message in the middle of work, and then, they got to sneak in the bathroom, but then their boss is in the bathroom and they got to lie and be like, yeah, I have to call my mom. Like apparently she's in the hospital. And then that turns into a whole shenanigan. And, now they got to hold their phone somewhere and try to look busy. Then when they get off work, they're probably focused on wanting to go eat and catch up with their boys or catch up with their girls. And, they go home, maybe they take a nap. But to you, it's like, fam, it's been 8 hours. Like, where the fuck have you been? For some, 9-10 hours. And I haven't heard from you all day. And you thinking like, are they ignoring me? Is there someone on the side? Nah, they just... They doing dumb shit. It ain't even that deep. I mean, you'll hear from them. Like, they might get back to you a day or so later. But if you decide, like, I need someone to actually respond and not play and, take me seriously, then, yeah, like, I don't think they're on that level with you yet. In October, we have gambling. Problems with addiction or gambling. Bad finances. So it's either you or someone, it could be this, gold digger and whatever. Yeah. Y'all are not good with money when it comes to dealing with your emotions. You might even go on a spending spree with them. And then when you try to call them out, guess what? Someone is too full of themselves. Narcissist. This is in November. Some of you may be coming to terms that the partner you have, like when they're disregarding your feelings, when they feel like you're always trying to argue or start a fight when you're just literally trying to voice your needs and concerns. Yeah, like they don't give a fuck. That's why they're being a gold digger. That's why they're gambling. I mean, or it could be they're letting you know, like that's how they feel about you. Because I mean, not to bash y'all, but I have met plenty of Cancers that it's like, they may love their partner, but when they love their partner, they just like literally let everything else go to shit with their job, with, their kids, with their family, with their close friends. Like when they get a partner that like the partner is all they can see. And then, they want to control their partner. And then, they let their partner tell them what they can and can't do. It's a weird situation with certain Cancers. Like, are y'all married or not? That sort of thing. And then for some, it's like, why are you afraid to just kind of live your own life? Or some of them, it's like, so you just can never be single, like, or you can never work on yourself. Like you always got to be up underneath somebody to avoid being, who you are or developing into, I don't know. Some people just be dumb on purpose. Not saying all Cancers, but like I said, I've met some who really cannot be independent by any means. Like they swear up and down they probably are, but deep down it's like you can't do nothing without a man or a woman. Like that's pathetic in my opinion. But again, you can still be a covert narcissist and like let somebody like be with someone that controls you, like tells you can't call people after a certain time. Like I got to go through your phone to make sure you're not talking to nobody else. And you know, then when you're like, hey, is everything good? They're trying to act obnoxious to you and like, you know, tell you all these bullshit ass stories like, oh, well, you know, I would have called you back, but me and my boyfriend, like, you know, da 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 da. Or, oh, I know I said I would show up for your birthday, but me and my girlfriend, I mean, you know, we had something else we had to do that day. Okay, y'all be doing something every day. Yeah, but like, and then it's like, well, what were y'all doing? Well, they wanted me to take them out to get ice cream, and then I had to go meet their mom, and you know, I wasn't really allowed to leave the house for the rest of the day. You weren't allowed to leave the house? What? Well, I mean, I was, but they weren't gonna let me go out too far. And then you got guys at your party, so like, I'm not allowed to be there. That type of bullshit. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, in December, you have fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Some of you could be meeting a new fire sign, or who you've been dealing with is a fire sign. But that is Sagittarius season. Half of it anyway is Sagittarius and Capricorn. So that may be of some significance to you guys. Anyways, we're going to put all this away, and then we're going to start diving into the deeper version of your yearly forecast. Okay, so we're going to pull one card from the Mermaid Tarot deck here. Try to pick up like one or all of them, and they all just like scatter all over the damn place. There we go, there's one. Why are you making messes, ma'am? Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups. Cancer, this is a year of a lot of wish fulfillment for you, but there is definitely one thing missing for it to be a complete set. And I think this year is that journey of you discovering what that missing cup is, what it entails, and how to achieve it. Or at least work towards it. All right, so we're going to pull one card for each month with the Divine Tarot deck that I have. And then we're going to clarify with the Modern Spellcasters deck, and then end everything with the Super Attractor. Like, why did y'all fan out like that? Alright, let me just move these further this way. Sheesh. Ooh, I forgot. I need to call. I forgot I was supposed to call one of my jobs a little bit earlier to remind them I never got my offer letter to sign so I can do my background check. So I guess it's either I call them later on tonight or I call them tomorrow. That's so aggravating. But yeah, it's just one of those things I have to do as an adult. Which is weird because I'm like, who forgets to send an offer letter? You know? It happens though. Finally, I got the last two. Okay. By the way, the setup I have is temporary. When that person was here, I basically rearranged my entire room and closet to give them space. And then, you know, they were being really fickle about staying, like, after I did all of it. And I'm just like, what the fuck, you know? So sometimes it's just best to, like, let people fall on their ass rather than help them because, like, they move funny. All right, so in January, you have Seven of Cups in reverse. You're very confused about everything that's gone on. I think it's in the past because all of them are facing, you know, to the left. I mean, these aren't necessarily cups. They're more like lamps, but yeah, they're facing the past. Yeah, I think some of you just have had so much go on, or you have a lot to choose from on what to work on, so that this year doesn't become like last year. In February, we have the Star, Aquarius energy, which actually, you know, late January and early February are Aquarius months. But some of you are working on inner healing, you know, you're trying to attract like a wish, or you're trying to work towards it. Like you've put something out into the universe, and now it's like you're waiting for it to be granted. But not like in a way where you're being lazy. You just know that like things will work out and come together. So there's a patience that you have where you're looking for the signs that it's going to be confirmed to be on its way to you. In March, we have Six of Cups. Nostalgia, working with your inner child. Maybe spending more time with your children. Some of your children could have been born in March, and you know, you're making it all about them. In April, we had the King of Coins. So despite the Mercury retrograde going and throwing things haywire, you're definitely working on your money and advancing in your career. If not, then you are dealing with an older earth sign, perhaps. Someone that, you know, provides stability for you. It might not be a partner. It could also be like maybe it's your grandfather or your father or an uncle, perhaps. Like there's someone that's around and they're trying to help you. But like I said, if that's not the case, it could be that things are leveling up in your home or a career. That's going to resonate for a good bit of you, but how it resonates, like that's going to vary. So you have various choices there. In May, you have the Five of Wands in reverse. So some conflict that you narrowly avoid, like there's going to be people that try to bring out the worst in you or try to antagonize you or taunt you, and you're just not giving it any energy. In June, you have the Page of Cups in reverse. Beware of childlike outbursts. Page of Cups can be a Cancer card for most cases, but yeah, this is someone that kind of acts out and throws fits and argues. A child that doesn't feel very seen or heard. They might be dealing with a lot of insecurities. If it's not you, it could be one of your children is feeling like that, if you have children, or a younger water sign. It could also be Pisces or Scorpio, or, you know, another Cancer that is in the mix. But sometimes this does, especially because it's in reverse, reflect that, you know, if it were upright, it would be an offer to a new way of getting engaged with emotional fulfillment. Again, it varies. But again, I feel like for some of you, it's imbalanced because you're feeling imbalanced. Or you have someone younger than you as a water sign that's feeling very imbalanced and, you know, insecure about like where they stand. In July, we have the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor is all four kings in the deck. Okay, so for this to be in reverse, what that tells me is some of you are definitely not feeling very confident. Like it could be something happened and it took a blow to your ego. You might not be going out as much. You might be dealing with some mental health issues. Some of you could just not want to, like maybe you just don't want to be bothered at this time. You just want to be at a place where you can effectively work on yourself and manage your own emotions and what you got going on. And oftentimes it's hard to do that when everybody is just like buzzing around you, right? In August, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Someone's trying to make you feel more insecure. Someone's trying to put you in a mental prison where you overthink and, you know, nitpick at like some goofy details that have to do with yourself or others around you. Like they may be trying to convince you that nobody wants to be around you. Someone could be spying on you. You may catch them though. You may catch someone like naysaying or like just pretending to be your friend. But yeah, usually this is someone who overthinks themselves into a mental prison. But since it's in reverse, it's kind of like you're aware of it and you're not letting it scathe you. You're just kind of like, oh, okay, well, that's how you feel. Or, oh, okay, that's what that's about, whatever. In September, you have the Two of Cups. Soulmate energy. This could be with a water sign, you know. It could be with another Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio. But, you know, this could be you doing some inner work on yourself. If you don't have a partner at this time, it could be that, I mean, you might find one and they could be a water sign or give you like the impression they have water sign qualities. Maybe they have water in their chart, perhaps. But this, like I said, this could also be you just like healing yourself and spending time with yourself. In September, you have the Chariot. That's you. That's your energy there. This is wishes coming true, things being fulfilled pretty quickly. Messages coming in too, like a lot of confirmation for something. In November, you have the Four of Swords. You've been through a lot. The pathway has been rough up until this point, and now you're going to finally take that time to rest, meditate, and work on yourself. And there may be people that still want to take a jab at you, but instead it's like, you know, you have to prioritize healing and doing that inner work. Otherwise, you know, you're just left vulnerable to attack. So do what you got to do with that. In December, you have the Magician in reverse. Remember that fire sign we were talking about? The Magician can be Aries. And I feel like you've caught someone being manipulative and maniacal, or better yet, like they've just been, you know, narcissistic. They tend to lie a lot. They could be someone that has no issues with stealing your money or jeopardizing your money or doing bad investments and putting them in your name or opening things in your name. You know, just definitely protect yourself. Now we're going to clarify, and hopefully I remember to take a photo of the spread, because that's how I'm supposed to be doing my cover photos. And with Taurus and was it Aquarius? I think it was Aquarius. Yeah, I think so. Or was it Aries? There's like two signs I totally forgot to do that for, and I know they're going to be like, bruh, what? Why don't I get a preview? Sorry. I just got a lot going on. I got these interviews I got to work on. I got other videos, like especially for my gaming channel. I really had to put some YouTube shorts down, because like on Red Dead, I'd be having some funny videos. But yeah, I gotta really start posting more. Oh, shit. Fam, this isn't even doing anything. What? I'm like, I keep getting the same cards and they just, you know, barely slipping out. What's going on here? My dog is so cute. He's like on the floor sleeping on his back, but he's trying to like peek one eye open to see what's going on up here. You gotta take him out after this reading. I hate that it gets dark so fast now with daylight savings. Like, I cannot wait till spring. Like, I hate that we lose that hour, but at the same time, I'm just like, I need to feel the sun again, like about 6 or 7 o'clock. Like, you know, I do like fall a lot better. The only thing I just don't care for is that it gets dark so quick, you know, because I feel like I have less of the day to enjoy. That seasonal depression is no joke, fam. Thank you. Okay. So, in January, you have the Chariot in reverse over the Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I think that... Remember I was telling y'all, like, there was a lot of things that you were considering from the past that's on your mind. I feel like in the past you realized you missed a lot of opportunities by sitting stagnant and getting stuck in the overwhelming feeling of like, damn, I have to choose, like it can't be done for me, or wait, this is it, like, you know, how much time do I have? But you know, you hear how I'm talking, like how you're just hesitating and, you know, just being unsure. Yeah, like you've learned, like, I'm not gonna do that, but by dwelling in trying to recognize that mistake and everything that you do. You know how they tell you don't take old energy with you into the new, otherwise you'll just literally take that energy with you? That's basically what January is about. Like, be mindful of your mindset and, you know, like how you're operating or how you're initiating things, because you don't want to do things just to make up for time that's lost. Sometimes you just want to see an opportunity as something to grow in or learn from, you know, but don't be like, oh, this is my one chance to, you know, make up for what I did in the past. Like, the past is the past, fam. Like, just keep it moving. Nobody's over here trying to write you a damn ticket for, you know, doing pass go and collecting $200. We don't care anymore. In February, you have the Knight of Pentacles over the Star. Yeah, you got I think it's this earth sign again. Like, they're trying to offer you something, and I feel like there's a part of you that feels like, oh man, my wish has been granted. It's a small offer though, and if it was this earth sign that I was talking about, like, they just kind of threw you a line. But whether or not you build on that, that's to be seen. We'll see though. In March, you have the King of Wands over the Six of Cups. You have a lot of older, like, male energy around you that's trying to be supportive at this time. So this time it's a fire sign. But I worry, like, maybe you've had children with this fire sign, and, you know, when you have your kids around, that's when you guys can actually be in that sweet, innocent energy and just enjoy things. But I feel like when the kids aren't around, you know, this King of Wands, he gets kind of cold. He gets, like, very callous. He starts to probably ignore you, or, you know, I don't know. I mean, just look at how he's, like, looking. I mean, I know his face doesn't really give it away, but you know how sometimes when people, they're just, like, stiff, like they're just trying to see who's at the party. They don't really care about how many people. They don't care how dirty the castle gets or whatever. They're just, like, focused on, like, you know, impressions, or, like, fluffing up their feathers, trying to be more presentable, all that stuff. Like, worrying about, damn, I almost had the word. Appearances, I guess. So, in April, you have the Eight of Swords in reverse over the King of Coins. Yeah, that Mercury retrograde, you know how, I think I've told y'all this before, but if not, for every Mercury retrograde we go through, is to teach us a lesson. And once we have learned that lesson, the lesson in itself just leaves us alone. We stop going through those cycles and things like that. In my case, like, for example, when I was telling y'all some chick came over here and stole my shit, I don't steal from people, but, like, when she was around, at first I liked having her around, because I was like, you know, I wish I was a lot like you, because she's just so out there, you know, she just goes for it. She's, you know, a big ball of fun energy. But then there's things I didn't like how she just can't focus on anything for more than 3 seconds. It's like we're having one conversation and then she gets easily distracted. Or if she sees I'm working on something, she immediately needs to make whatever is going on about her, whether that's her rambling about shit and not, like, just she won't stop talking. She has to have her phone up loud on the highest setting. She wants to drink and, you know, like, smoke up weed. Like, you know, she was trying to, if I didn't say anything, she was literally going to smoke up all my weed and, like, go through my little bar that I have and, like, drink up all my alcohol, until I told her, like, fam, like, I don't have money to replace that. Then it went from her trying to save up a car and she's down on her luck to her splurging all this money and, like, you know, bringing stuff into my house. And I'm just like, well, I thought you said you were broke. I was trying to help you, you know. But then it turns out she was just using me for a place to stay. And when I caught on to it, she lied about it. But then, you know, once I noticed that things kept going missing, that's where she was like, oh, like, the day after I rearranged my entire room officially and made room in my closet for her to chill, that's where she's like, oh, well, now I have to unpack and go, like, back to where I came from. But, you know, thanks for everything. And when I was like, so you just played with me and used me? Like you basically, she had money already coming in, and now that she knew that money was coming, fuck everything that I did, like, you know, grocery shopping, buying toilet paper to replace the toilet paper that she lost. When I looked at her, like, you know, and then she had the audacity when she got kicked out to like just start telling me that I'm childish and, you know, I'm a bitch, and like, at least she respects my brother's house and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, why do you keep saying it's my brother's house? It's my house. My brother didn't house you. I did. Like, what the fuck? So I saw her for who she truly was, and it's like she's just a tweaking addict. Like, she had been popping pills, and she has a drinking problem. She has 3 kids that she should be taking care of, but acts like they're a huge inconvenience, and she still tries to bum off of her mom who has cancer. So when I looked at all of that, I'm like, you know, I think I attracted you because you kind of made it okay for the old me to not feel like they're being a mooch when they are, or, you know, they have a spending problem. Like, there's things that I started to notice, and I forgot at the time. We're in a Mercury retrograde at the time that I met her. And then, you know, the day I would just kind of put my foot down, and I'm like, look, I'm taking my life seriously. So when you see me working on a YouTube video or streaming, or, you know, trying to clean up my room or trying to clean up the house, and you just keep messing it up, dropping your shit everywhere, you don't want to clean your feet before you get on my bed, and she would have like all this residue from like her shoes and shit. Like, that shit just drove me insane. And again, like, me just wanting a clean and organized home while she's just like going out, not like splurging on stuff. And then like, it's like, I bought food, so why are you over here just like adding more food that we don't have room for? And she would just shove things like in random places and leave her clothes on the floor and stuff, especially after it's like, bro, I just vacuumed, or hey, I just organized that. And I'm like, you know, why would you throw your clothes on the floor anyway? But I mean, I digress. To wrap it up though, I was like, you know, especially after she was like, you know, trying to call me out my name and just be rude, and she's just like, well, I can go back to my job, you had to start your life all over again, so everything that goes wrong in your life, remember me, because I'm a child of God, and when you mess with his children, blah 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 blah, like, you always, you know, preaching this spirituality. I don't think you're spiritual. Like, I feel like you're just making a mockery of it. And I'm like, well, look, at least my phone isn't on 10% and I'm trying to start a fight with someone through text messages at a fucking bus stop. Like, and then when you do go back home, you're not going back home. You're going to go live in a hostel because, and I'm like, that's probably why your family told you to come 6 hours away. They was tired of your shit too. And I can't say whether or not she, I don't really know how it went, but I wasn't going to just sit there and keep matching energy or start a fight with her. But what killed me inside was she started off with, you know what, after all this, I'm done because the position you put me in, you know, you're really childish. I'm like, you don't get to sit in someone's house and just chill after you stole from them and you didn't want to admit it. Then you try to blame someone else. Then, you know, like it was very obvious you were just using them because you didn't want to pay for a hotel. And, you know, that's before me, that's where she was staying. I'm like, I tried to do you a favor to save you some money and you kept spending money. So it's like, was I supposed to be done for you forever? But yeah, like, that's what this is about. Someone wants you to just be in this, I mean, you already had the 8 of Swords earlier. So they want you to just kind of dwell in thinking about them being low vibrational energy. They want you to feel trapped, but you got other things to worry about. You're leveling up in life, and if people want to be miserable, rather than wishing that misery on you, they need to deal with their own. Like, do not ever let anybody drag you down to hell. Like, Cancer, you're one of the most hardest working signs I've ever seen. So if someone is really trying to, you know, send that towards you, just, that's what we got Sage for, bro. Matter of fact, even talking about it, I'm like, man. And, you know, she wanted me to come to the bus station to fight her. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, you're 2 years older than me. She's like 36 years old with 3 kids, still trying to fight someone or fight people for telling her to get the fuck out because she's over there, like, you know, not being respectful. But yeah, do not let people in your space and they can't respect you. That's basically what I'm getting at there. You don't need it. And as I'm saying that, in May, you have the 2 of Swords over the 5 of Wands in reverse. You already know to cut off anything that means you some sort of like conflict or whatever. You just, again, you don't have time. And I feel like spring is going to be one of those seasons for you where you're like, look, if it's not helping me grow, if it's not, you know, giving me what I deserve, if it doesn't bring me closer to my goals, I really don't care. And that's a good attitude to have. In June, you have the 10 of Cups in reverse over the Page of Cups in reverse. So your family life is just kind of looking a little, it's looking rough. And it could be because of the kids. Like, I don't know if you and your partner have to, what do you call it? Like, do visitations. Like, y'all might be separated and now you have to figure out how you're going to deal with the kids, and the kids are obviously not happy with that decision. But I don't like to use the term broken home. I just feel like it's so disrespectful. But that could be what you guys are feeling, like your home is broken, like you and your partner may have split and y'all have kids together, and now you got to do what's best for the kids regardless of like how you might feel or how your partner might feel. All right, so in July we have the 3 of Wands over the Emperor in reverse. You're waiting for a message, like you're sending messages out. Like, I don't know if these are SOSs, but remember I said like you're taking that time to deal with your own insecurities and just heal, like get back to the old you, the just mend your ego a little bit. You also have messages coming in. So I feel like some of you are waiting for a confirmation to move on. If you're waiting for your partner to let you know that it's over for good, like if they've been ghosting you and playing around, like please don't do that. I feel like you're just meant to let shit go. So if you're someone that's like, hey, I just want to know, are you picking up the kids, you know, so I can have a break, and you know for a fact they're not going to answer you, you got to find another way to get that me time for yourself, or have me time with your kids. There's some people that, I mean, I know moms need a break. I know dads need a break. I know parents in general need a break, but hear me out. I've seen too many people, like younger people, that have kids and think it's going to be this cute, fun time, and then get mad that their partner does not want anything to do with helping them. And it's like, well, if you're not sure that you and your person are going to be together, or you're a newer couple and you don't know how this person, like, especially if you're dating someone and they already have a bunch of kids they don't deal with, why do you think they're going to change everything around for you? Like, a pattern is a pattern. Now, I can see, like, maybe some people have, like, a horrible stroke of luck, or they've been with someone for a while and they've had multiple kids with that person. So, not everyone who has a lot of kids is a toxic person. But, you know, if someone has kids with multiple people and they're always like, oh my God, like, you know, there's no good people out there or whatever. Yeah, just stay away from that person. And you might want to get to know how a person is when they're broke, when they are, you know, having a mental health crisis, when things go wrong with the family. You know, you might want to know whether or not they even want a family, or if they're family orientated. Just be careful who you try to have kids with. But if it's not children, again, like some of you are just at a point where you're sending messages to someone. I feel like that's what's going on. And the messages are right behind you, or they're where you can, if you turn around, you'll see the bigger picture there, or you'll start to receive what you're asking for. But if you're looking for a sign that, like, you know, am I going to hear back from this person, and they're definitely avoiding you, why would you want to wait around for someone that is making it very clear you are not a priority to them and they don't want you? Like, maybe they do, but at the same time, like, that's not fair if they just throw you to the side and work on their own needs and they don't worry about you. So imagine that being a long-term thing. Like, do you really want to hurry and rush into something with somebody like that? Probably not, right? So in August, you have the Ace of Wands over the 8 of Swords in reverse. Let's see. I do see a really big opportunity coming through for you guys. It could be a new job. It could be a new passion with someone. So rather than like dealing with, you know, dwelling in heartbreak and getting stuck in that mental prison or whatever, if you want to date again and just like play the field, you're probably going to do that too. And sometimes the Ace of Wands can represent, you know, somebody getting a little, yeah, you know what this looks like. But anyways, and that's going to vary for some of y'all. But like I said, if it's not that it could be with a fire sign too, but if it's not that, you know, you could just be waiting for a new job or a promotion or something. But you have a lot of fire in this reading. So again, I'm like, it could be a fire sign is trying to put the moves on you maybe. Two of Cups. Okay, so you have the Hermit in reverse over the Two of Cups in September. It's not that you want to sit and observe your inner world. And sometimes, Cancer, you do your best to avoid that. It's like you just fear your own demons, but why? They're yours. Like, what, isn't it more powerful to actually sit and have a conversation, or to actually work on, you know, you having more of the control? Because if you let, you know, your imbalances control you, like, it's going to be a rough life for you, I'm telling you. But this is Virgo energy as well as Pisces. So, you know, could be that you are getting intimate with a Pisces or a Virgo, but if not, you're definitely trying to not get too deep into your head or deep into isolation, but you are trying to heal and like work towards that soulmate energy. In October, we have the Page of Cups in reverse over the Chariot. While you're working on yourself and gaining these blessings, I'm putting my finger over her tata because like I don't want to you know, I don't want nothing to happen to my channel. But yeah, be careful to not fall trapped to someone like only staying around because they know you're getting like a lump sum or disability, or that you have gotten a promotion, or maybe you've got an inheritance or an allowance or something. Just be careful because someone's either around to take from you, or they're just going to start begging. And maybe this is a time where you need to learn to be more selfish and stop trying to do everything for your partner or that your partner wants to do. And some of you do that. Or better yet, beware that if you hear good news for your partner, you're not trying to sit there and twiddle your thumbs and be like, okay, what about me? Like, you know, be happy for your partner. If they want to spoil you, they will. But despite being in a marriage, despite being in a long-term relationship where you guys live together or you work on things together, also note that people are entitled to their own money. They're entitled to the money they work their asses off for. It's not always about you, okay? So that needs to be said. But don't let someone control you, and don't be controlling with another person. That's basically what I'm getting at. In November, you have the Seven of Cups over the Four of Swords. So that's why you're in your healing energy, because this lesson is circling back around towards you. Now you understand that the clarity that you're looking for outside into the universe is the clarity you have to give to yourself. If you're someone who has a lot of choices, even if it's just romantic wise, rather than just choosing what looks good or trying to move in between everybody, because I mean, some Cancers, they just don't give a fuck. They will sit there and watch people fight over them and be like, oh, later on, like, I wasn't dating either of them. Like, I actually had someone else, but they just didn't want to hear it. Blah, 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 blah. Like, no. And make sure that you are not, you know, sitting there waiting to be on somebody's roster. Like that, you owe yourself a lot more respect than that, obviously. Last, we have the Hierophant over the Magician in reverse. So yeah, remember I told y'all, if it's an Aries or a fire sign of some sort, or just someone that's being manipulative and, you know, lying and just all these things. Some people, like whoever you're with, or it could be you yourself doing it, y'all are trying to manifest like having this lifestyle provided by your partner, and you're not giving your partner the credit, or they're not giving you the credit. They're just like mooching off of you or expecting you to pay and take them out and do all these things. But with the Hierophant, yeah, things are coming out. This could be that you're getting ready to break up with a partner, or you're just you're correct. No, I don't want to say you're catching them or correcting them, but more so you're holding them accountable. And if they keep, you know, hiding things from you, and like at first they're trying to do that thing where they're like, oh no, babe, please don't leave me. I'll get it right. I'm sorry. I didn't know you felt that way. Yeah, right. Some people know exactly what they're doing. They just didn't think that you would threaten to leave them. And you probably have gained a position where you're in more power than what you were. Or maybe you just don't, you know, like the the honeymoon phase just wore off. Like I said, you're just to a point where you're like, look, I'm done with the shenanigans. I've given you more and more time. I've given you time and time again to get your shit together, but you're not going to respect me. You just keep lying. And then it's like, I give you the time to correct it, and then you still be hiding shit. Like, you might not be lying and hiding the same shit, but like, you're getting to a point where, you know, I just can't trust you. And that's fair, you know. Then maybe you move on from that. I remember to get y'all spread. Don't say I ain't do nothing to you for you. All right. So, yeah, you're standing in your power. You're no longer allowing yourself to be dominated or distracted or, I guess, manipulated. Like, if you really want to think about it that way, you're no longer, like, if you were someone that kind of gets on social media and you're chasing a life that you thought you wanted, because it happens to all of us, honestly. Like, we want that lifestyle we can brag about, like, look back at and like show photos to our children or, you know, to our friends and remnants and things like that, and be like, yeah, you remember when this happened, blah 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 blah. But rather than trying to keep up with that kind of life, you know, just make sure that you are aiming towards a life that you're proud of, that years from now, you know, you can brag about it then. I don't know. Just do it for yourself. Don't do it because you want people to talk about it, or because if you think it'll give you happiness. If it's not doing anything for you now, it probably won't in the future. Let's just be real. All right, so I knocked a bunch of these cards over. Let me go grab them. The dog is trying to make a nest on my bed, and it's so cute. He has no idea how cute he really is. Oh, he's looking at me. He's like, you talking about me? All right, so we're going to pull your super attractor, and that will conclude the reading, Cancer. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment down below if this did resonate. If it didn't, that's totally okay. Might be meant for another Cancer or somebody with Cancer in their chart. Don't force anything to fit. You know, obviously this is meant for who it's meant for. Leave the rest for someone who does need the extra mile. That being said, you know, check the community tab. You may just see some updates that are relevant to you and you alone. And make sure to, if you want to support the channel and myself, check the description box. There's all kinds of ways to do it. Let's see, you have manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. That's a mouthful. Most of the super attractors kind of stop right here. But I do think that's sweet. And it does fit you. I think you guys are just wanting to work on manifesting what it is you really want. And I think a lot of you got caught up possibly in the perfect romantic life or the perfect family life. And then you're realizing, you know what? I think I wanted that because that's what was taught to me, or that's, you know, that was a childhood dream. But I didn't have to rush into it, or better yet, like, that could have been something, you know, when I'm good and ready. And a lot of you are realizing now it's affecting my career, or it's affecting my social life, or it's affecting my mental health. Like, you know, yeah. Take your time. You know, that's probably why you got the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Cups twice. That's you got to slow down and pick your choices accordingly. Everybody has the power to manifest, but some people really think it's so simple as, like, you know, you just think a thought and do nothing towards it, or what you get is what you get. You're never in control, and then you start cursing the universe for something that you did, you know. So with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you in another video. Happy New Year. Bye. Mwah.